Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
Welcome back. Welcome to Adjacent. We are in studio today with Record ATX and our best buddy Bryce over there on the other
Thanks,
side.
Bryce. We love you.
Anyway,
and
we
he has two podcasts.
We're going to get them on soon.
Yeah.
So we have a gorgeous friend in the house.
HOTT.
But she's not on our single Ready to Mingle. We're doing an interview today, like a straight up.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
no.
want to be on our singer management?
No.
No, her
No,
husband.
thank you.
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
She has a beautiful smile. We were just talking about.
My God.
Like,
all day I've
Thank
been
y'all.
like,
Y'all are so sweet.
I know, you're so gorgeous.
I come here every day.
I know. And I was like, you know, Linda,
yeah.
like she had like her smile
Glow. Deep
brightens every room.
Nervous and sweating. That's why I'm glowing.
No, like her, like she walks in and it's like, it just changes the aura of the
Aw,
space.
Yes, it
Thank
does.
you.
You do have a presence about you. Yeah. So who do we have in the studio today, Shelly?
Well, I know her as Linda Nunez.
Nunez Salas.
Salas.
Yes.
Salas, yeah.
Salas, yes. And so you, we've known you
She's
back
Linda
from...
Nunez to me.
How did you guys meet?
Yeah, like how did we? I was thinking
Lotta
about that on the way.
Lane,
Yeah,
Lotta
Lotta Lane.
Lane.
Probably partying. Yeah, probably that. Lotta Lane. Just like because we didn't go to the same high school.
No.
We went to Crockett. No, yeah, I went
We
to
didn't go
Crockett.
to the same elementary, middle
No,
school, or high
we just
school.
kind of like, well, you know, people
but we
gravitate,
knew.
right?
Do. You
Yeah, like you're
gravitate.
like, you're the sun.
Like
and I
a
was like, I want to be
magnet.
near. I want to
Aw,
be near the
you're so
sun.
sweet.
Yeah.
Let me just say, my memories of Shelly back then is Shelly was just like so positive
Yes.
and just energetic, and it's
Yeah.
very, it is very
it's
magnetic.
It
Yeah, and I was like, I
is.
like her. I want to be her friend.
No, same. I'm
love
like,
it.
you are the sun.
When did you graduate from Crockett?
I graduated in '89.
Okay, y'all
Yeah,
say,
so
you're
we're
the
the
same.
Yeah,
same.
no, seriously, I
Yeah.
feel like it was Lotta Lane or like we just were in
Skate
the
rink?
same
No.
circles. Yeah, no, it might have been Hot Wheels.
It could be Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Did you have a comb in your back pocket? Like,
Yeah.
big,
With that
the
hair?
big
With
the big
Oh, yeah.
teeth, like not the little one, but the big teeth with the
teeth ones
handle.
with the handle. You stuck it in your back
Uh-huh.
pocket.
Um,
Let's see.
where,
So
where did you go to elementary
Yeah, where
school?
did you go?
I went to St. Elmo.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
There's a couple of us that went. We always say we went to private school. We went to
Yeah.
St. Elmo.
Oh, yeah.
Very
it does
private.
sound like
It was so
private. Not
Like
so
St.
very
Andrews.
private. We're like at St. Elmo. Yeah.
And
No,
what middle school?
I went to Porter.
Porter. Okay.
Mhm.
Now
With the
it's
cool
Ann
people.
Richards.
Ann Richards. Yeah.
Porter was where the cool people went.
Yeah, for
where was
sure.
the cool? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
you're
fun.
cool. You're
I mean-
right on the. That's a hot spot over there. It's like right off of Lamar, behind the In-N-Out Burger. Now, That's where it
Yeah.
was.
Now Miss Ann Richards,
Yeah.
which I remember that change in name and being like, oh,
I worked
what
for
happened to
campus.
T. Porter Junior High? Yeah, mhm. Yeah, the campus is beautiful now.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
it
I
looks
was
like
just
a high school professional building.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it used to look like a prison.
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Most schools were
Mhm.
designed that way at first.
Buoy,
It's like-
buoys like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh God, no.
So let's see. You are
I'm
set.
born on Manchac, 68, greatest school in this here state. Born a...
Whatever. think it's Spirit Loyalty, Crockett High will
I will always be
be.
Davy Crockett.
I love that.
Oh,
I don't
I know
know.
my heart.
I like it.
And I'm like, oh, that was, yeah. Oh, okay. What?
Let's see. So you're a Sagittarius, and it says that Sagittarius, they tend to see things on the bright side.
Mhm.
You have an adventurous spirit, although you said you get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're intellectually curious. You like to know things and understand things. You're very honest and blunt and direct, and you love your freedom and autonomy. Truth. And you are married
I am.
to Mark Salas.
Yes.
And how did y'all meet? What's your love story?
Yeah.
high school. I was 15 when I met Mark.
Wow.
And he pursued
He went to
me.
Crockett.
Mom, if you're listening, when you listen, you pursued me. No.
Well,
Yeah.
you should have, because you were really, I mean, you're gorgeous now. And then you were like,
I know.
such
She's
a cutie
ageless.
patootie.
She's
Oh,
ageless.
thanks. Yeah. No.
Where did he go to school?
Crockett. He graduated 87.
Where did he go to elementary, middle?
Betachek.
That's where we
He
went.
was a Betachek.
And so he's your age, right?
Yeah, 'cause
No,
he
87.
He graduated 87.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he graduated 87. His brother graduated like 86, I think.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, because they're kind of like close,
I feel
real close
like-
in age.
There's some crossing a path.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I
'Cause
met
we
him
were
at
all
your
South
house, I was like,
Austinies.
you feel very familiar. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, he knows like a lot of, so like the group of friends I have now,
Yeah.
I'm kind of met through him because they were all friends from Betachek. And then, yeah, so we met in high school. And then we were together. Well, you know, high school romance, right? Like on, off. I'm your boyfriend. You're my boyfriend. No,
Y'all
you're
went
not.
together.
Yeah, we went together.
Yeah.
We went
Where did you
everywhere
go?
together. Yeah.
Exactly.
Where'd you go? We go together. Yeah, so we did that, and then after high school, we were kind of off and on. I think we broke up like my 21st birthday ish. Right after, and then I always say like we had to grow up apart to get back together to get married because
That's really sweet.
you know like in Hispanic culture, it's like, oh, you have to get married right out of high school. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, hell no.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, if we had stayed together that long and got married, I don't think we'd be married today
Right.
because we had to grow up. And
Yeah.
so I feel like we did that and
Yes.
got a lot of things out of our system. And yeah, now we got like 3 beautiful kids, 3.5, because he has a daughter and she's my daughter too. But so I have 3.5 kids and we have a dog, but he's our son's dog. So yeah, I mean, our life is just, you know,
That's
as
so
like
sweet.
everything you have in life, there's challenges and everything. But I feel like we do really well together and we have like a great, I say, I'm going to knock on wood to say that now. We have a great marriage, you know, and just like, I don't know, we do stuff and it's kind of fun. And we went to Disney together for the first time, like Disney World together without the kids who are so pissed at us for
Just
that.
the two of y'all.
Just the two of us.
You
last
went to
year.
Disney without kids?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
you
We're gonna
love
go back.
Disney?
I do. I've always been like a Disney girl.
A princess?
Cinderella.
Cinderella's your
Until
favorite?
Belle came out, and then
Yes.
Belle.
Like that.
Because Cinderella's the only one that I like knew growing up,
Growing
and then
up,
when Belle
yeah.
came out, oh, I love Belle because she's smart, she can read, she, you know, like she had like
Yeah.
personality.
And do you feel like you're married to the beast?
Yes, no, no, yeah, no.
Mark
tame
is
him.
the beast.
He's the beast, my prince.
I love that. That's
yeah,
sweet.
So yeah, that's
I
our
love
kind of
it.
like our little love story. We got back together, you know, like years later, and now we're just kind of living life, doing things. And of course, now that our kids are kind of out of the house, we have like this next chapter to deal with, and
this is
we're both
so
just going,
interesting.
I remember you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you. Yeah.
Empty nesting is
That's
Yeah.
so
like
Mhm.
nobody talks about it, but it's such a unique
It's an
experience.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. I think what happens is you reconnect with the person
Hopefully.
that, hopefully,
Yeah.
that when your kids leave, hopefully you kept at least some connection with them. And then when your kids leave, you're like, okay, we're here together. And I remember when we became like for real empty nesters, all the kids had moved, they're in college, they're doing
Mhm.
whatever. And John and I were like, okay, let's go for a walk. And within 5 minutes, I had already told him everything that had happened. And I was like, okay, I don't really know what to talk about anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, that's the thing. Is like, what do we talk about? Like, so now you have to find like
What
interest.
does it look like for y'all?
So we still have someone at home. And technically, Ashley still comes home because she's in college.
And
so.
y'all have a grandbaby, right?
Well, we did. Yeah. That's kind of a sad story.
Oh,
but
no, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So our granddaughter, so she was almost 3.
Mm-hmm.
And she passed away. She drowned in her parents' pool. So,
that's terrible.
I'm trying to now. Mark and I were talking. Like, that was kind of like something that we talked about after the fact that the kids were out. And I said, we really need to. There's a swim school that's near our house, and I said, I think I want to do like a scholarship for some kids to teach their kids how to swim.
Yes,
and like
Linda,
just at
I
that.
had no idea.
Yeah. She was.
I am
2 and a
so
half.
sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been 5 years now. She died.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
it's terrible.
February 2020. So February 25th, 2020.
That's
when she passed away. I got the call. So that's like a call that you just kind of go, you pick up the phone and it's like, because when they would call, it was like our daughter Lauren and Mia was her name. And she would call and I'd be like, hi. And it's just like this whole different mood and this like, oh, I don't know what to do. She's crying. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what's going on. And so I got that call. But but normally it was like, we FaceTime and she'd like, and look at us and she'd be in the bathtub and, like, just fun stuff. And
that's every parent's nightmare for sure.
No, yeah. Our daughter still struggling. It's hard. Like I know how it feels as a grandparent to lose a child, but as a parent, I would hope that I'd never have to, figure that, go through that.
Terrible.
But she was beautiful. I mean, just a beautiful baby and very, like you say, like a bright light and just had all of this, charm, but, very unfortunate. So like, we were looking at, like, we have a little, like, cowboy pool in our backyard. And I'm like, and as we were looking at it, I was like, okay, so this is good. We don't have little ones, but we know what we need to do. But at the same time, you see all of these little disclaimers on the pools. Like when you go to ATX Pool or whatever, they have these disclaimers. And I was looking at them. I said, we need to start a scholarship for kids to learn how to swim. And there's a little swim school down, like I said, and so we're looking at that. So like
Colin's Hope.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember that whole story too.
Yeah,
and so just kind of trying to do something positive and take it in a positive way.
I am so sorry.
That's terrible.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's I can talk about it now because I feel like there's always, I think it's very cliche.
And it needs to be talked about.
And it does need to be talked about. And, but it's cliche. Like things happen for a reason and, and why. And, for a little while, we were a little angry with, the big guy up above. But then you kind of have to think about things and like put it in perspective and what can we do to, prevention, one thing, but like what can we do just a little bit, our little part in that to make things, hopefully nobody else has to, because I guess it's like the statistics are really high on that too.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever we can do. Shockingly, right? I mean, it happens to people at like, it doesn't matter what age, what ethnic background or what socioeconomic background. It's like,
just happens.
It just happens.
It has nothing.
So, but she was beautiful and I'm waiting patiently for the next. I have a grand dog, Bentley. He's my best bud. So, but anyway, thank you.
That's terrible.
But I'm ready for.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh yeah.
It's very important for everybody to understand.
Yeah,
is that we have a pool in our backyard. Y'all have a cowboy.
We have
pool.
a cowboy pool too.
And it's like and then you have a pond at the ranch and it's like.
We have to be really careful.
Just to be
even we Airbnb our house and it has a pool and there's a constant thought is like people will be like, it's my daughter's first birthday and I have conversations like is there going to be supervision?
Yeah,
supervision,
lifeguard would be good for them to contact because you can do private lifeguards.
Parties.
Like people think they're watching their kids, but
we've had 2 times in the pool where somebody had to grab somebody.
Yeah.
We had to do that with Ashley. She was like 5 and we were looking at houses and they had the tarp on the pool.
Yeah.
And she just like walked on it and everybody was like, and Mark went in and just grabbed her by the hair, pulled her out. But he did. So you just it's that
you don't realize how powerful water is.
Yeah.
We had Hayden in North Georgia just walked straight out into the lake.
Oh yeah,
and it just didn't even. I mean, it feels like it's walkable. And so he walked straight out to the lake. It was freezing
you don't know how deep
cold.
things are.
Yeah, and he just was like trying to get a rock, and I was like, and Adrian's like,
had to grab him and
Yeah.
help him out.
Yeah. No, it's just but we it was just her husband went to the bathroom, and she learned how to open the door.
Yeah.
And it was like, you need to put a lock on the door, a higher lock. And that's what we had a pool when the kids were young too. And we had locks. And then of course, when the door opens, it goes, like, hold up the door.
So, you stop peeing real quick. You're like, stop it.
When you could, when I could at least. Like, no. But anyway, so but that's our life,
Oh,
just
man.
So sorry about that.
thank you. But, brighter days and, our older son lives in Houston and he's dating a girl now for 2 years and they have my dog. I say that all the time. They have my dog, Billy, my bub. And then, so, maybe in the future we'll have something.
You will. Yeah. I understand. We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
None of my kids have kids right now, but I know they will
She wants a
eventually.
grandbaby
I'd really,
so bad.
really love Shelly, this morning we went to Kirby Lane. She was staring at all the babies. That is not like her. Shelly's always like, baby, there's a kid.
Gross. Gross.
No, she's really good with kids, but she's like, doesn't really want any. Like,
not right now, yeah.
So what was it like growing up in South Austin?
Oh, my
going to
God.
all those great places.
Well, Central Austin.
Yeah, really.
Well, now it's Central.
Super
Now it's Central. It used to be South Austin. Like, there was nothing past.
South of the river.
Yeah. Really nothing past William Cannon.
No.
Yeah.
No,
if you think about
Slaughter
it.
Lane
call it
was
the
a dirt
boondocks.
road.
Yes,
It was
the
a
boons.
dirt road.
Yeah. No, it was
the boonies.
It was, you know what, freeing. Like, I just remember thinking about it now, like thinking, we used to ride our bikes to the Baskin Robbins on Stastny and South First Street in that area. And there's
Which is still open.
It's
by
still
the way.
there. Yeah. And there was like an Eagles and an H-E-B. You remember Eagles grocery store?
Yeah.
And so we kind of grew up in that neighborhood. We rode our bikes. We walked to school.
Yeah.
On First Street, right? Like, who walks on First Street now?
Yeah.
Under the bridge.
Yes.
Like, and then there's that
Williams
Creek.
Uh-huh.
And it would like flood.
Which runs to my house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, does it still
that's
flood like
right.
it used to? 'Cause,
No.
well, there was like, it would flood. And I sat there and we're like, we used to jump in that water and like take the river.
No,
down,
it's like Schlitterbahn.
Schlitterbahn, yeah. I lost
the
a
greatest
shoe.
time in Texas.
Yeah.
I remember losing. Remember those kangaroo shoes that had like all the zippers and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah.
I lost my shoe. My mom was so mad because you're not supposed to be in the creek. And like, we couldn't help it.
Well, you
it was
had to
fun.
get the creek.
It was so much fun.
It was
was
so
fun
much
back
fun.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we had the
Our
water
neighbor Penny backs up to Williams Creek.
Yes.
And there's a great hiking trail. And I saw Randy Scott yesterday, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna have a trail all along that." I'm like, "Oh, I'm so excited."
so
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Like, just everybody in the neighborhood knew each other. Like, we grew up with probably
Oh my gosh, you know who Linda hangs out with is your ex-boyfriend,
wait, who?
Daniel
Who's that?
Delgado.
Oh, Daniel Delgado.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Daniel.
Jody and Daniel
just for-
dated.
we
for
did not-
a hot
Not
second.
very long. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I think we went to prom together. I think he went to my prom.
Really?
Yeah.
How do I not know that?
Yeah.
Or how do I not remember that?
Yeah. I mean, I think we went to prom together.
You did.
He had like
His
hot
mom-
rod kind of car.
It was like a Toyota Celica.
Or
He had a
something.
Celica?
It had like some kind of.
Well, he had him
yeah.
and Joe had Joe had like all the speakers.
Yeah.
And then he had Joe had a Mustang, and he had.
I thought he had a Z or something.
I think so.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. I think I'm trying to remember because there were several. I remember like when he dated another girl, they both had like Toyota Celicas.
Yeah,
she had one.
It was more like just a friendship. We didn't really like date or anything.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's so nice.
He is a nice guy.
They went out. Where'd y'all go? Y'all go together?
I think I remember for the prom, we went to the very nice Italian restaurant downtown, Camilla's.
Yeah.
It was very nice. And I remember he gave me like
a corsage.
A corsage, and I like pointed at something and it went flying across the restaurant. I don't know, but he was a nice guy.
Oh, it's
still
such
is
a nice guy.
He
Yeah.
still is
That's
a
so
nice guy.
funny.
Yeah.
That's
They
from
live
the
in Salado. They live in Salado now.
Wow. Salado
That's
is
where I
the
got my
place
gold.
to be.
I love
Salado's
Salado.
nice.
So cute.
Yeah. We go through because our daughter's in school at Belton at UMHB, and
Yeah.
we've been up there
Playing
a lot.
volleyball?
Yeah, she plays beach volleyball for their team. They're national champions last year.
Woo!
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, in fact, in a
And
couple
you
weeks,
played volleyball.
I did. I got to tell you, I was really worried that she wouldn't like it because she's like, she played softball. Like I played softball when I was younger, and we had them all the boys. Like the boys played football and baseball, and nobody ever played soccer. Like I don't know why. Like
it wasn't a thing when we were kids.
We
Now
didn't know
it's
anything about
huge.
it.
I played soccer in high school. I got a full scholarship offered at UTSA for soccer.
Look, we have a picture of you of when you were.
Oh my god. My volleyball picture that my mom has the 44. That's I think it was my senior
that was
or
her
junior
number
year.
At Crockett.
Yeah, it
So
was
cute.
Florida man times 16.
Yeah, here we go. So how many siblings did you have growing up?
I have one brother.
One brother.
He's younger and
Okay.
lives in San Diego now. And
Oh, that's where Shelly
Yeah.
was originally born.
oh, Shell.
And so what did you do after high school?
Is he in the military?
He was a military guy. He was in
Marine?
the Navy. No, he was in the Navy. Mark also went to the Navy too.
He did?
Yeah, in high school. So they're both Navy guys. But he was in the
Nice.
Navy, and after he went after high school too. I did not. I went to school, didn't graduate. I worked. In fact, the reason why the job I have is because I went into it. I wanted to go to nursing school. So everything I was doing was going to be a nurse or really a physician's assistant because back then it was a 4-year thing.
Yeah.
Of course, I was poor and broke, so
Yeah.
I had to pay for college. But yeah, so everything that I kind of grew up in the job that I'm in now. So I didn't, luckily, had the classes and whatnot to be like somewhat, be able to like get into the field and understand what's happening around me. But yeah, I did that. I went, and then I just kind of hung out. I worked and went to school, and I don't know. I feel like it's
Are
just
you
a blur.
retired?
No,
What do you do?
I work in clinical research.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. Yeah, I work for. I work on. Well, we call it the sponsor side. So I work for the drug company who developed the drugs.
Where do you work?
I work for Insight Pharmaceuticals. I contract it through them. So I
Okay.
work for Advanced Clinical, and they contract me out to Insight Pharmaceuticals, and I work in the oncology side right now.
Oh,
so, yeah.
wow.
Oh.
So you do all those like with the little pipettes. You like take all the pipettes
No,
and
that's
move them
bench
around?
research. So that's like what I do is whenever a new drug comes out, it has to go through this process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I work at the very beginning of that process. I don't work on like the animal studies or like the early development side because that's more like the pipettes and the research and like making sure that it actually is a viable protein that we're using. So I get to do like the later phase, which is there's 4 phases in clinical research, and phase 1 is typically once the drug is out there, we want to know like what the dosage is, like safety doses and things like
Okay.
that. Usually that's like
you're like
yeah,
This is
like,
insane.
yeah, no, it's like first in human trials. Like
Right.
usually those
Yeah.
are healthy, like PPD, pharmaco stuff.
Yeah.
Which I did work for them for a long time too. But But now we look at, like, does it work in a small population at this dose level? And is it going to help?
Right.
And if we see enough positive benefits, like any efficacy or like the effectiveness of the drug, then we go to the next phase, which is 3, and we make it like the larger population. And then at that point, we know what doses, but now does it work with this drug? And do we need to worry about like interactions between the drugs? We take a lot of labs and basically look at that later, like in the lab, and they can do so much more there too, like with the interactions, like, looking at these assays to see that, with this, it's very specific too. Like what we're doing now is, does this biomarker, this protein or that your cell possesses, does this, if I give it this drug, how is that going to impact you specifically? So it can get down to where if you have, let's say, ovarian cancer. Oh. So can you take this medication and is it going to benefit you specifically with this particular protein in your system? Like it gets very detailed, but what we're doing is, we're looking at things like that. And then the 4th phase is like after the approval, and then we do more observational. So anything that it gets out to the like real world, right? And people are like, well, shoot, you have heart disease, and we didn't really have a lot of people in our study that had heart disease, but that one particular person had this happen. Oh, let's go back and take a look now. Man. What do we see with those types of things? And that institutes more studies.
Right.
Everybody is like, they all feel like it gets out there, the medications get out there, and they didn't know this. Well, no, that's why medicine is called practice. If we knew everything,
right.
Nobody would be sick. Nobody would be, that's why we have to do the research in order to get to the point where.
But it's progressed so much more now. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing, people are living so much longer, but also we're getting ahead of a lot of the diseases.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's, that's kind
of. You're not working with Oxycontin.
No. I don't do any of the pain stuff. They're out there.
You're more of the treatment.
Yeah,
you're the treatment. You're like trying to find
cancer.
And that's just what
and I love
doing
that
now.
I love that chemo is now like for a lot of people, it's a pill.
Yeah, well, that's what we like. That's the thing. Like, so
it's progressed.
I worked in, say, for example, hepatitis C.
Yeah,
Hep C was like a death sentence, a slow death sentence, and your liver, all that. Yeah. But now, and you'd have to take this interferon treatment like every day. And then it got to a point where we could develop the protein where it could extend that, extend the interferon in your system for a week. So you don't have to do it once a week. Yeah. Now it's in pill form and it's cured.
That's
so it goes
like
with
HIV.
Yeah, like HIV.
Like HIV.
HIV too. It's a huge thing. So that's kind of the
that's phenomenal
types of things that
Can y'all find one for autism?
I wish. See, that's what's hard is the brain.
That's more of a neurological.
Neurology is just a hard because you can't get in there and see everything.
Sorry. Holy smoke.
Yeah. So it's just
you're doing the good work.
Well, we're trying. We're doing the job, but like right now we're in development of like a particular protocol, and what that is basically the Bible that we send out to all these doctors that are doing clinical research, whether they're like in Japan and, like we work with the rest of the world, the US, the European, EK, and everybody follows the same protocol. And then we gather all the data and the data goes in and they start like working on it. So I do, right now we're in that development. So I kind of start at the beginning and all the way through until we can get it to approval. Usually, they say like only 5%, I think it is even now. I don't know if that's still true. It's been a while since I read that, but 5% of the drugs that start only get to approval.
Right.
So like it's very small amount of drugs. So but it's a long process, and it's not like something
It's
that
not willy-nilly.
yeah, you can't, and that's
And you
the
don't
thing.
want it to be.
Yeah, and you don't want it to be.
No,
You know,
no, I
it's the
think
data's only
yeah.
good as the commitment of the doctors
Yeah.
and the patients, you know, and that's like the commitment. So right now I'm writing what we call an informed consent, and it's before you get into a clinical trial, you have to read this and agree to be in it.
Yeah.
It's voluntary, so at any time, and it doesn't preclude you from seeking, you know, another treatment after, or going, yeah, this isn't for me when you're in it. Like, it's everything is voluntary. So from that point, you know, we're writing this protocol and we're writing this consent form, and, you know, thinking about it, like, how do I, when I read this, do I really want to do this? And it's important for the patient to understand that it's not just going to benefit them, but it benefits somebody later in life.
Yes.
And, you know, and what the big push right now is, I know the word, I'm going to say it and everybody's like, DEI, right? You know, but we're looking for a diverse population of patients
Yeah.
to put in the studies
Right.
so that they can, you know, so we have a broader,
Yeah.
a broader,
makeup.
yeah, like we have
Yeah.
a bigger net to cast so that we can like see these things, because everybody is genetically made up differently. So, you know, if we see this, you know, South Polynesian population, do they have this certain
Well,
gene
like
that
the
they can't
Amish
do?
population that
Yeah.
doesn't have autism. Everybody needs
Right. Like,
to
what's
just,
the difference?
yeah.
Why is it that? And what gene is that? You know, there's so much more to it. Anyway, okay, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, go.
I love my job. So
Oh my
I've been
gosh, I
doing
love-
this for like 35
I'm blown
years.
away.
35
And
years.
I have to say this because I reached out to Linda and I was like, hey, we want to interview you for the podcast. She goes, what? Why would you want to interview me? And I'm like,
know, I hate it when people
I'm
say
sitting
that.
here going,
I'm like,
I'm
you'd be
not gonna
surprised how
interview.
interesting you are.
tell
I'm
me
like,
more.
Yeah.
Tell me more. You're blowing my socks off. I'm like, holy, I had no idea about any of this.
so
I've
that,
known Linda forever and I had no idea.
so you were kind of tapping into something that I have a conspiracy theory against.
Oh, tell me, I love conspiracy theories too.
You know, when everybody was, they do those, you know, 45andMe or 35andMe,
23 and
whatever it is. Or when we were getting all our
55andMe.
COVID tests and they were digging those little swabs in your nose and everything. I was like, they're just getting your DNA. And then when they're going to figure
now
out
they're
if
bankrupt.
you,
No,
then they're going to figure out
bankrupt.
if you are, if your genes are like have the potential for different diseases because they're just getting so, you know, figuring
Detailed.
things out.
Mhm.
And then the insurance companies are not going to insure you. And then you're going to be like California with your houses.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. So
No, you're going to be
yeah, a
California.
lot of that, honestly, if you sign up for something, so you have to read their disclaimer too, because we have that in our consent forms where we specifically say it's called the GINA, G-I-N-A, Genetic Information Something Act. I can't remember what it stands for, but
Well, it's the BRAC. Like the
Yeah.
BRAC. It's
Oh, we
like
had the BRAC. We don't even have, we were surprised we don't have the gene because everybody in our family dies of cancer. And we were like,
Well,
how?
well, and that's a little bit different, but that's the difference. Like the not that it's misinformation, it's just not everybody, you know, you think of one thing and you think it applies to everything, but that's not it. Like that BRCA gene is like specific. So, and that's kind of what I was saying, is that everything is specific to you. So like
Right.
you could not have the BRCA gene, but you could very well have a gene that, you know, has colon cancer.
Sure.
But because they're different, the proteins and the genetic makeup is different.
Right.
It's just a matter of getting down to that specific gene.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And
I'm definitely not the expert. I just pay attention, but I'm not an expert. And if
I
like,
think
I'm
you're
just going to hit that
35 years of
disclaimer.
it.
and Linda, but you were saying y'all have a disclaimer and what? Go back to the
No,
disclaimer.
oh yeah, the disclaimer is that the insurance, we are not going to give this information to the insurance. They
Good.
can't come in. Like, it's called the GINA. And I mean, honestly, for me, I'm just learned because I just started in oncology. Like, everything I did was like inflammatory, like GI, rheumatology. I did some vaccine work, you know, like things like that. Like
Like the HPV vaccine.
yeah, I did the studies for HPV, HIV, like we did those studies, but I was on what we call the site side, and the site is like the physician, and you would come into my office and I'd say, okay, here's a study and we're going to tell you all about it. And if you agree, and then you come and see me and I draw the blood and I do the vital signs and put the data in, and it gets spits out to the sponsor, and that's now what I do. But,
I love it. I think it's so vital.
Did your kids get the HPV?
Yeah, I got the HPV for them. Yeah.
So is your family fully vaccinated?
Funny enough,
knowing everything you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I don't
Well, you believe in science, right?
I do. I believe the facts. Like, and does, like, for example, with your son, like the autism, was it something, you know what? Everybody is different. That's what makes us unique.
100.
So if it happened that was the case, but I don't know. But
I feel like
we don't know. It's a neurological
thing.
thing.
Coulter's
so it's really difficult.
autism is 100% genetic. If you spend 5 minutes with me and my husband, you're gonna see it's genetic.
Well, my cousin has a son who's autistic too, and he's very high functioning.
Yeah.
But but they're both there's nothing in our family.
Yeah.
So then, like, what was it, environmental or is it a neurological? But who knows? But I feel that for me and my family, that was the best case. People talk about like the measles. Oh, it's not been around for years.
Yeah.
Because
people were getting the
eradicated
vaccine.
Yeah.
And then it's called herd immunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at that point, well, yeah, if 4 of us in the,
And Bryce.
So 4 of us in this room, if the 3 of us had a measles vaccine and the measles was in the room, Bryce wouldn't get it because we don't have, like, he couldn't get it from us sitting in this room because,
So what the outbreak is coming from, is it a different mutation of the measles, or is it that some people are not getting the vaccine? Because it's in a certain area.
Because there's not enough information to support the other either. But then at what point do you put yourself at risk or other, like, it's got to be bigger than that. And then we just manage like everything. I feel like we get too caught up in the small picture and not the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And
community.
And no, that's what we used to be. But I feel like people are like, oh, well, God wants to, like, okay, so apologies in advance to anybody out there. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But I feel like they're like, oh, science this. I said, look, if you believe in God and God is all-knowing, God put people on this earth for a reason. And if he put smart people on this earth for a reason, and he said, you know what, I can't do miracles anymore because, nobody's going to believe, like, there's that free will, right? But I feel that scientist or that person or that
was put here to help us with an issue.
Because God gave him that talent.
It's like when Newton figured out gravity or when, like MC's, whatever. It's like that person was put on this earth to educate us. Mm-hmm. And if you believe in God, maybe that was God's will to like allow this person to come on to, God's way to put this person on the earth for us to learn from them.
That's just my belief.
And
that's
then other people, so I hear what you're saying.
Hey, where do you go to church?
So, I am Catholic. So I sometimes go to St. Ignatius, sometimes San Jose, St. Catherine's. It just depends. Home, like, actually, you know what? I'm in a funny podcast, hiking, hunting, like sitting by my pool. But I'm listening to the Bible on a podcast, and I can't remember his name. But anyway, it's like the Bible in a year. And it's the Catholic Bible.
Nice.
Like, that's just because I'm Catholic and that's how I relate. And it's been really cool. Like I just started it. So and
shout out Bible podcast.
I love Bible podcast. And I feel like the very first they talk about Genesis and God creating the earth, and then he talks about God creating Adam, and Adam, and then he creates women. God creates man creates woman. And I thought. And he shared a poem, the father, the priest, shared a poem that his mom had on her wall. And I thought it was like, are you kidding me? That's so awesome. And he said that God created woman from Adam's rib. Yeah, from Adam's rib to be by his side.
Yeah.
Not from his brain, so that he could control her,
Right.
not from his
Loin.
his heart, where he could
Lust after her.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then but from the side, and not from his foot to walk him over on her.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Aw.
I totally probably screwed that up, but anyway, the point was is that by his side, and then
Right.
yeah, and that we
Like
had
a
this
true
like
companion.
a true a helper. He actually uses the word helper,
Mhm.
and so I feel like when I shared that with my husband, I was like, hey, check this out, and he's like, he says, well, what do you think? You don't think you don't let you walk by my side? I said, no, we are walking by each other. So that's the point. I said, I'm not trying to start an argument over this. Trying to
Well, I
shed some
think I
light.
needed this message because my husband's been getting on my nerves lately.
But that's like, I feel like that's age, right? Like our what was it like with the
empty nesting.
the
I feel like
hormones
it's
and the empty nesting.
now it's
Yeah,
just you
I'm
and
like,
me.
oh,
Mhm.
okay. I ran out of things to talk about.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, can you just like you're chewing too loud? No.
I know.
No.
I'm like, you go eat over there. I'm going to eat over here.
Well, you know what's funny?
He's a pretty quiet chewer. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and then my husband is like, honestly, I think
Mark.
but no, what's funny is today he hung a TV. We have a room, and it's his gun room because he's got a ton of, he's a
Yeah.
collector, and
Yeah.
and it's a room and it's locked and it's got all the safes in it. But he hung a TV. I'm like, I'm never going to see you. You're going to be in your room, and I'm going to be in my room watching
Yeah.
two different things.
It's just gonna be a naked room, like
With
like,
his guns. He
with
just
his
walk in and
guns.
he's like,
Naked
just has
guns.
like sex shooters.
What
like,
was it? Matthew McConaughey movie where it's like failure to launch, and Bradshaw had a naked room.
Oh,
no.
Oh, that's right. Bradshaw, the
No,
football
no,
player.
no.
Like,
No naked rooms.
No
No
naked.
naked rooms.
well, when you
Are y'all
can't-
never nudes?
Mm-mm.
never
You're never
nudes,
nude.
Oh, you
Like
like
shower. No.
you're wearing shorts in the shower like on Arrested
Yeah.
Development.
Oh yeah.
So when you don't like people's chewing, it's called misophonia,
Yeah.
and that is a real thing.
I think it's
Mhm.
Jody has it.
I'm like, sometimes I can be very sensitive.
She has
to
face
it.
blindness and Mr.
Misophonia.
What's the one where you can't be like you have to readjust? Because I feel like I have that. Like I have to get used to everybody's noises, and when I do, it's great.
It's
But I can
regulated.
like, but then any change. And then it happened to me when I was actually in an office.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're talking way too loud. You're breathing.
Oh, I think that's part of misophonia.
Yeah. Okay. So that
Because it's a reaction to certain sounds.
She worked with Martha Faust.
I
Oh, you
did.
did?
Martha. I love Martha.
We just interviewed Brandon.
Did you really?
Yeah, he's like
Aw.
one of our favorite people.
He's such a nice guy. Yeah. I've only met him a couple of times, but Martha, I love. Yeah, she's just the best.
My husband's a gun collector as well.
Mhm.
So, but we have like a safe at the ranch that we put all his guns in. And then he just got this giant gun from his cousin Mary Lynn and Penny. It's like, I don't even know what it is. It's like a revolver, but it fires so hard that it puts blisters on your hand. It is
see?
real heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of those, like you would see. I don't
like
even
in one
know.
of those mob
Like,
movies.
yeah, it's like, and it just blows you backwards. Like he was firing. So he set up this little firing gallery, like at our ranch where it just has like little targets you can shoot at. And that thing almost backed him off his feet. It was so like strong.
Uh-huh.
And then, he has just different kind of guns. What I like, I don't really shoot guns, but I don't
Yeah, me
mind
either.
people shooting them.
I don't
care.
either. Yeah, but I just don't do it. It's too loud.
We're more target people. He's not a hunter. I mean, he has done some crazy hunting. He hunted off of a helicopter, and he's done some like dove hunting, but he's not much of a hunter. He's not like a deer hunter. Our dad was a huge deer hunter. Was your dad was he a hunter?
Not my dad, but Mark's family, like Mark's dad, Mark's brother, Mark.
How
our sons.
How do you get
They're
us-
big hunters.
How do you
hunt,
get
yeah.
into the blind? Because we've been trying.
So Shelly wants to just go hang out in somebody's blind, but they've told her that she's too noisy. I think it's their misophonia. That's like
maybe we get our own lease.
Well, we could put a blind up at the ranch.
Oh, yeah, just put a blind at the ranch.
But we're not going to shoot anything. We'll just take pictures of them.
That I go with him and I sit in the blind with him.
Have you ever killed an animal?
I've shot and killed a pig.
A feral
wild one.
Yeah, because they're
very
In
dangerous.
fact, he was just showing me a picture this morning and this huge hog that it's like honestly, I was like, holy crap, that thing is huge. Because he's like, look, here are the average size ones and the piglets, and then here's this big one. And I was
Can
like,
he make bacon out of a feral?
I don't think people eat
ones
the
don't. Feral
No, the
hogs.
smaller ones you can. Some people do, but the bigger ones are just like too tough and they're ugly and
I don't
ugly.
think they're
Ugly,
the
yeah.
edible, like cute pink pigs.
No.
that people
They're
eat.
ugly.
Yeah, no, not those. Those are like
Feral
farm
hogs
pigs.
are like-
Nobody wants to
those
eat an
guys
ugly
don't-
animal.
Oh yeah, they're eating like crap.
Yeah,
Like, it's
you
just,
don't
no,
want to
you don't
eat
wanna do
something
that. And
that
they're
eats
they're
bad
dangerous
things.
too.
They will run
They're
over
very
you.
dangerous. Did y'all see Old Yeller?
Okay, so speaking of yummy food,
We're going to talk about bacon and hogs.
where do you like to go eat around town?
Yeah, where do you?
Or
hang?
do you
Where
like to cook?
Where do you hang?
Home. But I do like to go out to eat. I love food. Like, we have some friends that I love going out to eat with them because our friend Sunny and Aaron, they're realtors in the neighborhood. And I love going out to eat with Sunny and Aaron because Sunny orders everything on the menu because he wants to try everything. And I'm like, well, I want to try this too. And he's like, oh,
Hey,
no, don't
Sonny,
order that.
call me. Let's hang out.
I wish that every restaurant had, and I know this is a weird
Like a
term, but
tasting
sampler,
menu, right?
poo-poo platter.
Yeah.
Like when you go to
Sampler.
like hula hut.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
a
the poo-poo platter.
sampler
Mhm.
platter.
Yeah, a sampler pat.
Mhm. No, I feel like that if that was there was a restaurant had something, I'd be there everything. But I think
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what we go to a lot, and it's in South Austin, of course, because that's where we live. But La Posada.
Oh, come on. We love
I
La
love that
Posada.
place. That's
La
over by
Posada
Westgate.
is the best
Yes.
place.
Westgate Bowling Alley.
Yes, across from Westgate.
During COVID,
I'm gonna say
we would go
something.
get their
I'm gonna say
margaritas to
something
go,
very
and
public.
they would give us. They would load us. up.
They do. They were the first to do margaritas to go.
Yes, yes.
And I want to
Uh-huh.
say something
They are the best.
publicly.
If you have not been to La Posada
and
yet.
don't shame
No shame here. No judgment.
best Mexican restaurant in Austin.
I love it,
Oh, they are. They're such.
and it's like
we've known
family.
them. Yeah, we've known them for a long time. In fact,
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but they
Yeah.
call our kids the
Always.
Posada babies because they were like in there since carriers, and our kids go in without us. And she's like, "Where your son was in here the other day?" And
I love.
like
Aw.
seriously,
It is like a real family.
yeah, they're all the sisters are so
Yeah.
nice.
I
Like
love
they're just
them.
great.
I
People.
love
The
La
kids all work
Posada.
there. Yeah, La Posada is like our favorite. Like anybody
Yes.
that comes in from out of town, we're like, we take them to La Posada because
It's
that's
so
just like our
good.
favorite place.
Yeah.
And they're just
And I'm not an egg eater, but I've heard they have the best migas, and
Oh, they do?
have like the best
The
breakfast.
breakfast
and
tacos
everything.
are awesome. I don't know.
They are. Their
Honestly,
breakfast tacos are great.
I never ask and I
With
need
no
to,
eggs.
but they put the cheese, that
Uh-huh.
and I call it the
Uh-huh.
government cheese, but
Yeah,
I don't know if
It
it
is
is.
the government
It's
cheese.
so good. I'm like, I
It's
want
so
some of that cheese in
good.
my house. I love that.
It's like, where do you
cheese.
get your
Where do you
government
get this
cheese?
cheese?
I'm kind of picky about my margarita because
Me
I don't like
too.
it too tart. I don't like it too
No,
sweet.
the margaritas are solid.
They're solid. They're good.
Hey, Las Comadres.
They should do
Yeah.
La Posada.
should be on
your list. Okay, so I have a
We have
uncomfortable
questions.
question for you.
No, okay.
All right.
She's not a naked.
Who is on your laminated list? Now, Shelly's laminated list consists of people she just wants to hang out with,
Adam
like Adam
Sandler.
Sandler
Oh yeah.
or people like that. Some
Adam
other
Sandler on
people's
your
laminated list are people they want to have sexy time with. You get to choose who's on your laminated list,
For sexy time.
or just hang out.
just
No,
friend.
no,
Okay.
sexy time for you, Linda.
I know because you're hot.
H-O-T-T.
You know, it's funny. Maybe Chris Hemsworth,
Oh yeah,
but
Climb that tree.
girl, that's a mountain. That's not a tree. That's a mountain.
That's not no tree. That's a mountain.
Sorry, honey. Because I like watch Thor a lot too. And I'm like, Chris Evans as Captain America.
Yeah,
Because there's a scene
Oh.
in Winter Soldier where he
That.
is like holding the airplane and that bicep is out. And I'm like,
Oh.
holy
I don't even know if that was AI generated, but it looked good.
No. Yeah. That's America's ass. Yeah. I know.
America's ass.
But yeah, no.
I think he's also kind of funny.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
he
like
is
him
funny.
funny
Kinda
too.
laughs at
Yeah.
I see. Maybe that's. I just like the funny guys. you know?
Yeah. Well, and hot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
hot and funny. yeah.
him on GQ is like hilarious.
Oh,
yeah.
That's hilarious. He needs a little tan there.
Yeah. But
All right. So
I know, but
are
he
you
looks
into
like he's
sports at all, or
comedy.
did you kind of get out of sports in high school and your kids were in sports?
Always been in sports. I
Mhm.
played volleyball indoor
Yeah.
right before COVID, and then
Yeah.
since then I can't see.
Wow.
So now I'm like,
Oh, I
shit.
know.
The ball's
Yeah.
coming. Like, oh shit! There's a ball. Don't serve to me. There's a ball coming at me.
Oh
So
my
I can
God.
see it like right in front of my face. I'm like, oh, but yeah, there's a ball.
That's
Damn.
hilarious.
Yeah. When even coaching my daughter in softball.
You coach. That's
oh
so
yeah,
great.
it was so much fun.
With Miguel.
Oh yeah.
He's a softball coach.
That's
Miguel
great.
Trevino.
Yes,
Yeah,
Miguel
he's so
Trevino.
Shout out Crockett Cougars.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Florida
And-
Man Check 60.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
definitely.
surprised Davy Crockett was not canceled and they did not rename that name.
No, because he
Because
was
they got rid of
retired.
our school name.
know.
Oh, I
completely.
know.
They
better not.
She's like, whatever.
They
whatever.
better not. That's
Hey, what's
terrible.
your favorite sport?
Oh, good one.
Say baseball.
Well, she was a volleyball player.
Volleyball, yes,
Duh.
but I love baseball.
I do too.
Yeah.
Are you a
Will you
UT
come hang
fan
out?
or
Lapil.
come hang out?
Oh, I know. My
Yeah.
intentions are so to go do that, and then I'm like, oh, shit. Oh yeah, that was today. Or you know, to be fair, like this spring, it's a spring sport, and our daughter plays a
Right.
spring sport,
Yeah,
so we're
right.
usually traveling to see her play. So
Yeah.
She's
you know,
playing.
She's
over-
playing right now. So
That's awesome.
except this weekend, but yeah, no, I
God.
do want to go. I love UT baseball.
oh,
we-
it's
we have
so
friends
And
that
great.
give us
it's like
tickets and stuff.
reunion out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday was Randy and Zane.
Oh, I saw Zane post a picture. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, Zane.
Yeah.
Oh, Zane. He's
Oh,
so
Zane.
cute.
He's such a cutie.
Yeah, no, I
No,
love it.
baseball. I love baseball. I love football.
Hey, who's your tribe?
Yes. Who do you hang out with other than your husband and kids?
Veronica,
yeah, Veronica, Kim,
Kim,
Joanne.
hot Kim.
Howdy.
Oh my gosh, y'all are like the cutest.
Y'all have like the
squad.
hottest
Jody,
squad.
Joanne,
Yeah.
Jody,
Lisa,
Jody,
Lisa Hughes,
Sandoval,
Sandoval.
Fox.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Miss Jody Sandoval Fox. She's got 3 names, and Lisa Hughes. Like that's kind of Ginger.
yeah,
is part of that
Ginger.
group.
Y'all have like that's
my
Jurassic,
gosh.
and that is
And all of y'all
yeah,
are like
beautiful. All of you are
beautiful.
stunningly beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
That is
thanks.
so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
And you've kept up with like all your high
Hot
school.
Squad. Kim worked with us at the movie theater. Did you work with us? At the
No,
movie
Mark
theater?
did though. Mark worked at
He
the
worked at-
theater. He worked at the South Park Theater. Or
Oh,
what's
South Park.
South
Shelly, I
Park,
think you did
no.
that for a stint. didn't
No,
you?
I don't.
Wait, which is the one that was
I
like
worked-
off of Ben White?
We worked at what was the name?
Not
of it?
Lakeline.
What was the
Lake
name of
Hills?
it? Lake Hills.
We worked at
Yeah,
Lake
Lake
Hills,
Hills.
with
Lake
Kim.
Hills.
Okay, yeah.
With Kim.
And
Yeah, that's when people would come in and they'd say, "How often do you change out your hot dogs?" I'd say, "As soon as we sell one, we put another one on."
Yeah.
No,
so it was
yeah.
so much fun. And then we worked at, I don't know what the name of the movie theater that was on Ben White on the other side.
that's the one that Mark and
okay,
Kim
so they
worked
had
at.
the
He did?
Uh-huh, he
Did you
worked
work with him?
Yeah, I maybe because
so we had they had the South Park.
yeah.
That was the Dollar movie theater,
The
and then
sickest
beyond
show.
that
That's
was the
Southwood.
Southwood, and then beyond that is probably where he
The
worked.
South. That
and
was
then
South
Ben
Park.
White was
White,
going to get
yeah.
expanded, and then
Yeah.
they closed it
Yeah.
down. And it they were like, "Why are we closing it down?" and
Hey,
it took forever to
hey,
expand. Ben
young
White.
people, I have to say, working at a movie theater was
I know.
so
I always
much
tell my
fun.
kids, I'm like,
Oh,
do
yeah.
a movie theater. They
Mhm.
give you three or 4 passes a month. You get to go watch all the movies you want. And if you're just sweeping up stuff, we would just
watched
stand in
all
there
the
and watch
free
all
I
the
was going to
movies.
say, I
we
think
watched
I've
all
paid,
the free movies.
I
There
don't
was
think
not
I've
4
paid for
passes.
movies in high school ever.
Ever.
Because I had friends working there. They're like,
Yeah. Come on.
I mean, maybe allegedly.
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 You snuck it.
Allegedly. No, we watched we had a gentleman that was in charge of late night. He would run the reels
Oh,
to try them out.
And you
And-
would go and watch all the movies.
Yeah, we
before you-
Did,
yeah,
like, the
I was like
previews
after
or
yeah.
preview
Oh my gosh.
We
movie?
saw all the movies
before
I
everybody.
they
literally-
released.
They said, you have 4 passes for the month. And I just stuck with that. I was like, okay, I'm not allowed to break the rules.
I think I saw like the color purple 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Because we never left.
We
They're
never
and
we
they're like,
never
I
mean,
love me some
yeah, it was
Marco.
very.
Oh, I know. I love that
It was
movie.
very
I
much
cried.
like. I feel like we were very much like John Cusack.
Oh,
Like we
yeah.
were like nerd island, and except for Kim, she was always sexy and hot.
Kimmy.
But the rest of us were nerds, and Veronica worked with us as well. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
her, Veronica, Kim. There was another. There
Well,
was
that
a
makes sense.
guy,
Maybe
and it
that's
was-
how we all met.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, yeah, I don't know. I kind of,
Yeah.
you know, people ask me sometimes, like, do you remember? I'm like, no.
Why?
I don't remember
I have
that.
no idea how we met, but I always knew I loved you.
Oh, same here. I was like,
Yeah.
Mark is like, who are you interviewing with? I said, Shelly. He says, I said, Shelly or sister Jody? And he's like, Shelly, do I know? I said, yes, you know Shelly. He's like, I said, but I don't see her like all the time, but she never says no. And then every time I go see her, I'm like, it's like we saw each other yesterday.
I know.
Shelly doesn't
I
have a
feel like
safety word.
tribe. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I
Who
don't
does?
need one with you. I love you,
Oh, yeah,
and
no, I love you
I'm
too.
like, I've always been like, I love Linda.
I know.
Linda.
She was just
Oh,
my
flaunt,
God, the
like, really
smile,
saying the sweetest things
I'm like,
about you.
it's you alter a space.
Aw,
Like
thank
You
you.
definitely have a good energy.
I try.
Yeah.
I try to stay positive energy because that's just life's too short. You know, I don't want to be negative and I can't do that. Can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Can't live my
Okay,
life like
what's
that.
your love language?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know.
Food.
Cake. I love cake. People
You
are just like,
do?
and it's not like any cake. I'm very generic when it comes to basics, right? It's white cake with white icing. That's like my love
Oh,
language.
Vanilla.
Mhm.
Vanilla,
Starfish. vanilla starfish.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm like, but you can't mess it up. And everybody's like, what about chocolate? I'm like, yeah, I like it, but no, it's
Not
got to
as
be
much.
cake. And yeah. That's,
Okay, my last question for
Okay.
you. All right. Well, I might have two more. What are your 3 mad loves other than cake? 3 mad
mad
loves. You can't
loves?
live without it.
Not family or friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you
going to
can't.
say
We already know that's
You're
the
like,
number
Brian,
one.
Chris, and Ashley.
Oh.
Bentley? No. My 3 loves, things that I can't live without.
Other than your family.
Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. I do love me some sports. Gosh, I don't know. Like, I love everything, so I can't like.
Yeah. You find joy.
Yeah, I find joy in everything, which but I think maybe if it's material wise, I would say a good leave-in hair care product.
Yeah. Well, you do have beautiful hair.
You do. It's so
I love me
Do you
some
do
Yeah.
Botox? By the
No.
Not a wrinkle.
Oh,
Not
a wrinkle.
moisturizing. Okay, so yeah, maybe that. Like I love to
Self-care.
moisturize. Yeah, I like lotion out of the shower. I don't know where. I don't know why
Not
where I learned
jeans.
that,
Good
but
jeans.
Not one wrinkle.
yeah.
Not one.
Yeah.
I guess I never really answered that question. I don't really have 3 things like they're my love language. Like food's my love language. Cake.
Cake.
You
I
took
love it.
cake off of the
Cake, moisturizer.
La posada.
And la posada.
Okay, last thing. What are your wishes for your kids?
Oh,
Your 3 beautiful
Oh, they're gonna make me cry. Stop it. I wish them. I want them to be happy in anything that they choose, and to know that they can't fail, and they're not going to be failures in our eyes. Like we love them so much.
Oh my God.
I feel like, yeah, no, like, oh my God, stop it.
Seriously, guys.
that is
As
so sweet.
parents,
As
we
parents.
just want you to find joy.
Find
if you,
joy.
and your failures are actually your victories because they teach you something new.
Yeah, and to learn from them, and
Yeah.
and honestly, travel,
Travel.
See the world.
see the world. Don't get stuck in a bubble.
Yeah.
Get outside of your bubble.
Like me and you, we lived in Austin our whole lives,
Mhm.
and I'm always like, there's a big, beautiful world out there.
I want you to go see it, but honestly, I want you by my side.
but
dude.
come back home.
Come back home.
No,
I want
take,
you to stay
take
with
me on that trip.
Yeah, I want to
Take
go.
me.
Oh yeah, I always kid that we're gonna sell our house and we're gonna buy a tiny house and then I'm just gonna park in front of their houses like 3 months out of the year, or 4 months because everyone, 3 like and
Your turn. Mom and Dad are here.
like
Agreed. That's what we thought Adrian's mom was going to do, is get an RV and just travel between all of our houses.
And that's the one thing I don't want to do, but because right now that's like Mark and I's thing right now is to go to estate sales.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you know
they're
what?
fascinating.
They're fascinating.
We have a friend that Ponzoa. She does estate sales, and
Yeah.
I've worked them a couple times.
Robert Kroll loves an estate.
I've worked her estate sales. They are the best, but she's about to retire from it. But oh my gosh, it is
the
fascinating.
story, right? That's
Yeah,
the story.
it is.
Well, and you know what's funny is like I get things like I honestly I look for pots because I have an induction oven or an induction cooktop, and anything that has a metal bottom, I have to, like, and I take a magnet, and every time I get a pan and it looks new, I'm like, does the magnet stick? So I look for that. And you know what else? I pull recipe books. I found just recently.
Well, I have a place for you to go look at some recipe books.
I love
It's called the ranch.
I love old recipes, and even
because they have notes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I found like a whole. I bought them. Mark's like, why are you buying that? I said they're recipes, and the lady had like her handwriting, her own stuff, and it was 1969. This like there's
you're a historian.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. Honestly, I gotta say, like I'm if you're gonna tell me a story and it's a historical story, like I love it, and I'm in. Like I'm like, okay, tell me more.
Will you join us for a book club? Do you like to read?
I do like to read. I'm a reader. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
What's your favorite book? Don't say Night of Circus.
You know what? I don't
Did
know.
you read Night Circus?
No.
Oh,
It's a fantasy book.
Okay, no.
And it has
so
like
stupid.
4 million characters.
Oh, see, yeah.
I get lost. If I have to have
historic
a diagram.
fiction.
I like historical fiction.
Yeah, I like Nightingale.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like I like fantasy, like Harry Potter. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that's like very commercial. But I was like, you know, Harry.
I
my
love Harry
kid's like
Potter.
5, and I'm like going.
Oh,
through
we read all of
Crying.
them.
Oh yeah, Dumbledore.
The Weasleys died.
Yeah, are you kidding me? That's like this year. I told my husband this year or early next, we're going to the new park at Universal because they opened the Epic Park and they got another Ministry of Magic. I've never been, but we're hitting, all the Harry Potter stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he's just
Hey, fellow nerd. Who's your favorite character in Harry Potter? Favorite.
Shelly's going to tell you the weirdest one, of course.
My favorite
Mine
character.
is Hagrid.
Honestly, I kind of like Dobby.
Oh, Dobby. I love Dobby.
Dobby's so good.
It was just, even though he's not from, like, he's there, but you don't know he's there in the beginning.
He's so good.
But
Great one. Great.
And who's your Shelly?
Moni Myrtle.
Oh, Moni
Says
Myrtle.
nobody.
I dress up like her for Halloween.
Oh, I love
So
that for
funny.
you.
I think I really see J.K. Rowling. You need to do an entire series.
But you know what? But I
she's been
want her
canceled.
story because, like, what happened to her?
What happened? Why are you in the bathroom?
Well, yeah, in the back. Like, she just.
Why are you coming in and out of the toilet?
No, it's all about the snake.
Well, she got
That's what
killed by the
happened.
snake, right?
Yeah, she got killed by
that's
the
right.
snake.
So
I know, but why
why
would
are
she
you in
hang
the
out with a
toilets?
snake?
Well, he came up through the pipes.
Yeah, and she's like
She
searching
figured
the
out
pipes.
the entrance.
Her voice destroys me. Harry.
Oh, I know. No, okay, can we talk about the laugh though? That like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop.
The actress on that is so good.
Yeah,
Oh
she
my
really.
God.
but I'm
Moni
like,
Myrtle is the
mhm.
Dobby.
Shelly,
Is a
I do like
straight
I
up-
love Dobby.
I have a Dobby. I have 2 Dobby dolls.
Yeah,
Aw.
Shelly loves it.
I love Dobby.
Dobby.
I'm like,
Well, I hate to say this, but our time is up.
God,
Did go really
I mean,
fast.
book
Thanks.
club. Book
Linda,
club. Book
you
club.
are
Book club.
you are beautiful.
You are
thank
the
y'all. You're so
sun.
sweet.
You are the
the
sweetest thing to come
rain.
all this way up the river.
I crossed the river for you, No.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to finish all our questions. So when we do book club, we're going to ask you some
Yeah.
more.
Okay, but let
And
me.
remember when you were like, I don't have anything to say.
You
I
had
really
so much to
don't.
say. I could go
Thank
into your
you.
pharmaceutical stuff like for hours.
Ever.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm not
guess
the
who-
subject matter expert.
And Texas, hee-haw.